Hi. Sorry, it's been a while since I've put up a new video. I actually made quite a few of them, but I wasn't pleased with any of them. So the last one I made here is when I was in my house and it was dark and I had just gotten my big fat lease, and that's kind of what derailed me. See, it was a very depressing lease to read because it was so insanely one-sided. So it took me like 5 hours to go through it, and it was ridiculous. So I didn't get much done this week. I went to work, obviously, and I got in some good workouts at the gym at the beginning, but there's been something going around, and it's been taking people out of work. I guess it like nails their backs and necks and whatnot. I don't know exactly how that works, but anyway, I think I got it too, because I haven't been able to move my neck and back around very much, and I've been really stiff and sore. So I skipped my squats on Monday, which I did not want to do, but the last thing I wanted to do was go under a heavy bar with this tender sore neck and back. So I just went into the gym and did some mobility stuff and some loosening up stuff, some stretching, letting the power plate kind of vibrate things and whatnot. So that was good. I was looking forward to a good burrito yesterday, but Veg Out was closed. They're closed for the next 3 days for some reason. But at least I got a good little session in the gym trying to loosen things up and whatnot. And the waves are really, really big right now. So like yesterday, all the beaches, like the gates were locked because they didn't want people to go in because they were afraid they'd get sucked out to sea and drown. But it was fun seeing them as I drove to the gym and back. So I like when they're gigantic like that. It's pretty cool. So today, Seafood Dave's class, we were talking about that irritating lease, and I guess I'm gonna have to go through that stupid thing again. He wants me to go through and write all my grievances. He's gonna do the same thing, and he's having his secretary doing it, and we're gonna try to put it together and send it directly to the owner, because it still seems like the property managers are having a lot to do with all this, which we don't want. They're lazy and don't want to do anything. So yeah, hopefully either we get something going there, or we discover that this door is pretty much shut to us and we move on to something else. So it's frustrating how challenging something so simple being could be. You know, you would think you get the place and then you struggle really hard to market and draw people in and keep them and run your business efficiently. You'd think the challenging part would be getting the business. You wouldn't think just getting into the place would be so hard. But I don't think this is normal, because he's sent it to a lot of different people that actually deal with leases and stuff, and they've all said that it's a ridiculous lease and it's super one-sided. I'm pretty sure that the people were really, really lazy and didn't want to do anything, so they just wrote the worst lease possible to try to buy themselves some time. And it was written so horribly that had we been stupid enough to actually sign it and not buy them time, they would have had such an ideal term that they wouldn't have minded us moving in right away. So it's win 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 for them, and lose 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 for us, and that's not something I want to sign. So yeah, that's why I haven't made any videos recently. I was kind of down because of that. I did make videos, but I didn't like the way any of them turned out. It's funny how loud those planes are when I'm making these videos. They're so far away. I guess it takes a lot of power to generate that kind of horsepower. So anyway, it was a good class with Seafood Dave. It's a beautiful day out today. I've already had a nice walk on the beach, and I should get in a nice kung fu practice before John's class begins. So I didn't get as much sleep last night as I wanted, but I got a lot more than I typically do. I went to bed early, but I couldn't fall asleep because stuff was so stiff and sore that it kind of hurt. But I think I finally fell asleep sometime between 4 and 5, which is still earlier than I normally get to sleep. So I got probably a full 3 sleep cycles, so that's nice. Anyway, I seem to be pointlessly rambling on now. I apologize about that. So I'll just end this.